Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making beef stroganoff, another family favourite and a great midweek meal that you can rustle up in next to no time. So for this you're going to need some strips of steak. I've got a couple of white onions, they were pretty small, and then I've got some chestnut mushrooms and some double cream, and we're going to use that to start with, and then we're going to have a couple of extra little bits that we're going to throw in near the end, just so that it gives it a bit extra flavour. So first of all, we're going to cut the onions, and all we're going to do is just going to slice across them, nice and simple, just like that. So we've got all the onions there, then we're going to move on to the mushrooms, and again we're just going to thinly slice these. Now, I've got chestnut mushrooms here. You can use white button mushrooms. They'll be just as fine. So I've got some hot oil, and I'm going to put the onions in first with some salt and pepper, and just let them soften just until they start getting a nice glaze on them, and you'll see what I mean in a second. And then we're going to add in the mushrooms. While I'm doing that, guys, I just want to say thanks very much for all the support, all the comments. I know I keep getting asked for a cookbook. That will come eventually down the line somewhere. But at this moment in time, I'm just enjoying reading the comments, and you guys are trying them. And all the conversations that are in there, any questions that you guys asked, I will try and get back to them as quick as I can. And I do read all the comments, so I appreciate you being on this journey with me, and I do want it to be a bit of a community. So I do have I've set up the Instagram, which you'll get a few sneak peek of what's coming next on there, but I'd also like you to see your pictures on there as well. And if you are new to the channel, please think about subscribing and joining us on this journey, where simple ingredients hopefully become delicious food. So I've added in the mushrooms there. Now at this point, again, a little bit more salt. The mushrooms will absorb the salt and the pepper, and I also add in just about a dessert spoon of butter, just to give it a nice glaze in this, and just to start off the basis of there. So you can see I've just added that in, and I'm just going to let that melt and soften up all the veg. So you can see there all the veg. So I've took the veg out, I've put that in a bowl. I've got the steak in. Now on the steak, I've just put a little bit of oil on there and a bit of salt and pepper, and I'm going to leave this, and it's the screaming hot pan, so it starts to colour straight away. And you want to get this into a nice level sort of platform in the pan, if that makes sense. You don't want it mounting up, otherwise you're not going to get an even heat. So you can see there the steak's starting to cook. Just going to give it a little turn. Try not to agitate it too much. You don't want to be stirring it constantly. You just want to give it a good old shake. And then once you've done that, once you've cooked it how you want it, just before it's done, you want to take it out and set it to the side, because you want it to rest a little bit. And then you want to add back in your mushrooms and your onion mixture. And now I'm adding in some paprika. You can add this at the beginning with the onions. You just got to be careful it doesn't burn. So I like to add it in at this stage, so it retains its smokiness. It's cooked through, but you're reducing the chances of you burning it. So you just want to give that a good mix in there. And after about a few minutes, just by bringing that up to temp, I'm adding in a stock cube jelly, just to give it an extra depth of flavour. Now, if you cannot get these, you can add in just a splash of stock. It will do the same, maybe 100 mils, or crushing a bullion cube. You just wanted to give it that little extra beef flavouring, and I'm using it as a seasoning rather than an actual stock, if that makes any sense. Then I'm adding in 270 mils of double cream. And then I'm just going to give this a mix, and I'm just going to bring that up, and you'll see the colour slightly change into a beautiful brown creamy sauce, where the cream is absolutely absorbing all the flavours in the pan. And you want to leave that to cook through and bring up. Keep an eye on it so it doesn't boil and split. But you just want to keep stirring it and keeping an eye on it. And at this point, you want to get on whatever your side dish is with it. So you can see there, I've brought it up, and I'm adding back in the beef. And I'm going to that's been rested, so I'm going to give that one other mix in, so all the beef's nice and incorporated. And then it's all about plating up. With this, I used some tagliatelle that I had just as a nice alternative. You can have it with rice. You have it whatever's there. And guys, that is how easy it is. It literally is a great midweek meal. It's one that you can certainly try. The family will love it. You can add a little bit of twist to it. You add some chilies in, and just experiment at how your flavours go. So I just hope that you are all staying safe out there. I hope you're looking after yourselves. From my family to yours, thanks very much for watching. Until the next time, Single Dad, signing off.